Awkward Mafia.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Watches Lost. I'm Jesse.
I'm Kristine.
Today we are watching Season 3, Episode 20, The Man Behind the Curtain. It's from Wizard of Oz.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oz, great and powerful, was literally hiding behind a little curtain. Pretending to be this big, powerful guy.
So I wonder who that could be. That could be like Ben, I guess.
He's not really behind a curtain.
I know.
But he could be pulling strings.
Is it Jacob? Oh my god, wait.
Well, are we finally going to meet Jacob?
I don't know. I feel like we wouldn't this early before the finale. Like maybe when we get there.
Yeah, this season has a 2-part finale, but really it's a 3-part finale, and it starts the next episode. So it would be kind of weird to drop Jacob on us right before.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, maybe not.
You're right there. But it is Lost, they'll do whatever.
They don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck.
I know, they finished Sawyer's story arc last episode, technically.
I know. Actually, though, I'm excited for Sawyer. I'm excited to see like what he's gonna do and like how he's gonna take this.
Yeah, I say it ends the story arc, but it really doesn't.
It's almost like a new beginning.
It was always kind of a background thing. That was his arc in his flashbacks.
Yeah.
More than it was on the island. Mm-hmm. On the island, it's been mostly Survive and Kate. Yeah,
and also like him trying to like. I think his arc is more. He's realizing that people like him and he needs, instead of trying to get everyone to hate him. No more
trying to cut back on the self-loathing.
Yeah.
So killing Sawyer will either increase or decrease that,
Yeah.
Either he'll be unencumbered by this trauma and be able to let people like him again, or he's going to feel awful for killing a man regardless of how long he's wanted it.
I'm banking. I think it's going to be that, to be honest. Okay. At first.
So speaking of, we're just talking about last episode because it's a great episode.
Yeah.
I feel people don't give enough due.
He killed the con man that conned his family and ruined his life, basically, which also happened to be Locke's dad.
Yeah. Another crazy coincidence there. Yeah.
Which is like we should have seen coming. Like I should have seen it.
Honestly.
I should have seen it.
But I suppose more pertinent, Sawyer now knows that Juliet is a mole and has evidence.
Because of Locke, yeah.
Because of Locke. Locke did manipulate and trick Sawyer into doing this horrible thing, but he gave him some good intel as well. Yeah. He's like, I'm not really a mole with the others. I'm just straight up joining them, but I'm not forgetting my roots either.
Yeah, like you said, he's on his own journey. He's just kind of doing his own thing. Yeah. But also, Kate was stupid and.
Yes, the Naomi saga continues. Yeah. There's this woman named Naomi who works for Penny, landed on the island, and she has a satellite phone. Saeed's trying to make it work. Fix it because it probably got messed up when she landed. Mm-hmm. And now Jack and Juliet know, but also Mikhail knows. Mikhail, Patchy knows, and he ran off a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
So everyone knows about this woman now, and it's probably gonna blow up.
Also, apparently Jack and Juliet Juliet wanted to tell Kate something, but then Jack was like, not now.
Yeah, because Kate was like, no one trusts you anymore. You need to deal with this. And Juliet's like, we should tell her the thing we know. And he's like, nah, we're not telling her. Not yet. And he just leaves.
Yeah.
She goes.
And then Jack's gonna be like, why didn't you tell me? It's like, why do you think?
You tattled on Saeed so quickly. Well, you're probably just going to tattle on me too.
I know. Oh my God, all of these.
All right, well,
anyway,
let's find out.
Yeah.
But first, you at home, don't forget, this is not a market substitute. Be sure to support the official release. And you can support us, if you want, on Patreon at patreon.com/awkwardmafia. There's a link in the description and a little square at the end of the video you can click on and, help us get better stuff.
Yeah.
Equipment and help. It would be nice if there was a second editor. All right, let's watch. Oh.
Come on. Damn it, push.
Is it your soul? Oh my God.
It's a boy. I did it. Emily, no one knows we're out here. We gotta get back, okay, honey? Can you hold on to the baby?
Oh boy.
Help!
Portland.
Hey, what happened, man? We were hiking. She went into labor. She wasn't due yet. She's bleeding. Okay, look, we'll put her in the car, okay? Let me get you to the hospital. I'm right here.
Colin Benjamin.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Emily!
Just because she passed out doesn't mean she's dead. Go to the hospital.
God, no!
Colin Benjamin.
It's a birthday present. Mine just happens to be today. You do remember birthdays, don't you, Richard?
Damn, why you gotta be like so condescending? So sassy, Ben.
The tape with your instructions for Juliet. Do you want me to bring it back to the medical station?
I recorded it yesterday, before we left. I thought you already took it.
You said that if I killed my father, you'd tell me everything I wanted to know about the island.
Here's one dead dad.
So why don't you start at the beginning?
Answers! Locke demands answers.
He does. I mean, technically he didn't kill his dad, but he kind of did.
Ben doesn't even know that. But also, he died because of Locke.
Yeah.
He locked him in the room with the guy he wanted to kill. So.
He locked him in a room.
You probably think I'm the leader of this little community. But that's not entirely true. We all answer to someone, John. And who might that be? His name is Jacob.
Jacob.
Okay, then. Take me to Jacob. I can't do that. I'll just go and ask Richard. Why would Richard take you?
He doesn't know where Jacob is. He doesn't talk to Jacob.
Well, who talks to him?
I do.
Well, you're the only one who talks to him.
That's right.
And no one else knows where he is? I was born here on this island. Most of these people you see, I brought them here. So Jacob talks to me, John.
So maybe he thinks he was born on the island, but he wasn't. If that was him.
You know what I think, Ben? I think there is no Jacob. I think your people are idiots if they believe you take orders from someone else. You are the man behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz.
Roll credits. That's it. That's the episode.
Because if you were telling the truth, your hand wouldn't be shaking.
Oh.
That's some pretty good casting. If it's him. So he wasn't born on the island.
No, he was born in Portland.
Well, close to Portland.
Yeah. Just outside Portland.
In the woods. Oh, did the mom die?
Namaste, the Dharma Initiative. We're going to see the Dharma Initiative.
Hey, when it was actually the Dharma Initiative.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the island, man. Namaste. Namaste, yeah.
Yeah, this is like the 70s, right?
Thanks again for the opportunity, Mr. Goodspeed.
Horace, please.
Horace.
And this must be Ben?
Yeah. Mr. Goodspeed was there the day you were born. He's doing us a big favor here. Gave your old man a job. You don't say much.
That's okay. I bet he will when he has something to say, right, Ben?
Welcome to the island. For your own comfort and safety, we ask that you stay.
Hey, you're new, huh? I'm Annie.
Workman. Workman?
Roger Workman.
Oh, he was like the dead, like...
He's the dead guy in the car Hurley finds. It's Ben's dad.
Interesting.
Where is Ben?
Hey.
Where is he?
Hey! You're like Mikhail.
That was like 4 days ago.
Yeah, I thought you were dead. Yeah. Me too.
Unfortunately, the pylons were not set to a lethal level.
Oh.
What is he doing here?
The guy who killed me.
Right.
He's the one who tried to kill me. They had an injured woman with them. Apparently, she had just parachuted onto the island.
What?
She says her ship is approximately 130 clicks to the west of us. She has a radio telephone.
Where is she now?
I assume they have taken her back to their camp. We have to go now.
Ben's not going anywhere with you. He and I are going to see Jacob. Sorry, I have to deal with this now, John. Our excursion will have to wait.
Since when do you explain yourself to him? An outsider.
Kill you properly this time.
Richard?
No, they're all just sitting back.
Richard's like,
Tom's just drinking coffee.
So when do we leave?
Answers.
yeah. John's like, I did all this so you'd give me answers. You fucking keep your word, bitch.
I hear you're gonna go see Jacob.
I want to see him too.
You're gonna need this.
Oh.
Oh.
Ben's like, where did you get a gun? Thanks.
What, so he can shoot me? Like, what?
Happy birthday, Dad.
Damn. You're like, what the fuck? The audacity of these people.
Okay, everyone into your positions. Ben, come on, honey, you gotta move.
Don't worry, it's just the hostiles.
And we're driving through the middle of a shootout. Look, we're having some skirmishes with the natives. What do you mean, natives? Well, we're not exactly sure who they are.
Well, this ain't what I signed up for.
Don't forget about Ben. He's getting a quality education.
I don't give a damn about his education. If I'm gonna get shot at, I want hazard pay. I want another 30 grand. I thought I told you to go to bed.
Looked like his mom.
Juliet left with Jack?
He took off right after I told him about Naomi.
And why would you do that, Kate?
Because she's hurt, because he's a doctor, and because he has a right to know.
Play the tape.
What tape?
I can assure you that Jacob is very, very real. And we're gonna go see him, and he's not gonna like it. And that's why my hand was shaking, because this is not a man you go and see. This is a man who summons you.
Well, I guess there's a first time for everything.
I fucking love it. Locke's so fucking bold. I love it. Like, it might get him in trouble later, but like, damn, what badass.
Just like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm fucking done with y'all, man. Fucking answer me. I think he deserves it, though. He deserves some answers.
All the others that we've come to know are like, all right, there they go. Talking to our boss, Jacob.
Talking to Ben's boss,
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. Sorry I forgot. Kind of hard to celebrate on the day you killed your mom. She was just 7 months pregnant. We went for a hike, but you had to come early.
Fuck him.
And I'm stuck here on this island with you.
Why do parents do this? Like, you wanted him. This is what...
You got her pregnant.
Yeah, right? And then, like, fucking, what is this conditional love here?
Yeah.
Fuck him. Yeah, because it was his fault. You fucking came in her and made her and decided to keep the baby. Yeah, it's definitely his fault. He had total control. Like, the fuck?
The fence. You can only run away so far.
That's ominous.
Mom?
So is it like Jack's dad? Or Yemi? But they were, both their bodies were on the island. Right? Jack.
Oh, yeah, because
Yemi.
I guess the remains were in the
She's
plane.
nowhere near the island.
Yeah.
What's that? Oh. Circle.
What is this, like a salt circle? Gunpowder?
Let's go, John.
And Juliet, I believe she's a good person.
Venus is healthy and was conceived on island with her husband. He was sterile before they got here.
무슨 일이야?
I'm still working on getting samples from the other women.
Where'd you get that? You really think you're in a position to be asking us questions?
Turn the tape over.
Stay out of it.
You want to burn me at the stake? Here I am. But first, turn the tape over. Press play.
I'm sending 3 teams to extract Kwan the night after tomorrow. We won't have time to run Austin's sample. So if you determine that she or anyone else is pregnant, mark their tents and we'll take them too.
The night I saw your baby on the ultrasound, I told Jack what they were making me do.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I hadn't decided what to do about it yet. I think we got some catching up to do.
You think?
So Jack knew. I mean, the night Sun got her ultrasound was only like 2-3 nights ago. So
I still think he should have told him.
at least Saeed.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't trust him because he didn't trust Juliet. Kind of thing like, too much friction. I'll get a plan in place first and then I'll get everyone together. Oh, look at Ben. Figuring out the code.
Oh, rabbit. Oh.
A little test.
Ben.
Okay. Didn't kill the rabbit.
It's a little sociopathic, I'm not gonna lie.
I know, he was like sleeping with that bunny earlier. It was like, it's like his pet.
And then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill it just to test it.
He's pretty sure he was right, but
okay, but look,
he is still Ben. Point. He's a smart kid, but you know, he's a little
sociopathic.
A little bit.
Just a bit.
Hey.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Oh, hey.
Are you one of them?
One of whom?
A hostile.
Do you even know what that word means? What's your name?
Ben?
Ben? So you want to tell me what you're doing in the middle of the jungle all by yourself?
I left home, and I'm looking for my mom.
Think she's out here?
You wouldn't believe me.
Try me.
She's dead.
Did she die here? On the island?
No, when I was a baby.
Did you see her out here, Ben, in the jungle?
She talked to me.
What did she say?
That I couldn't come with her. She said it wasn't time yet.
You should go home now. Your people will be looking for you.
I don't want to go back there. I hate it there. Take me with you.
Maybe that can happen. Yeah, but if that's what you really want, Ben, if that's what you want, I want you to think about that. You're going to have to be very, very patient.
So how does Richard look the same?
The island heals.
He was a child and he looks exactly the same with different haircut.
We're here.
Cabin?
In the woods.
You'll
want to turn off your flashlight, John. Jacob feels the same way about technology as you do.
I mean, I guess a flashlight is technology. Wow, right before the finale, huh?
This is John. Aren't you going to say hello, John?
What?
You can't see him?
See who?
Jacob. He's sitting right here in this chair.
You don't know anything about the island, do you? You just made it all up.
Jacob, please, I can't hear him.
Stop.
If you're going to talk
Stop
over
it.
what he's saying.
Shut up!
I'm sorry that you're too limited to see. You're pathetic.
Help me. What did you just say?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, yes, you did. I heard you. You said...
That's enough! You've had your fun!
What was that?
That was Jacob.
What was Jacob?
It's a shadow monster.
I'm not going to be taken in by the little show you put on last night. You're a fraud, and it's time your people were told the truth. And this is not the way we came.
I wanted to show you something first. Some of the things I've told you, some of the things I've told everybody, are simply not true. Well, for starters, I wasn't born on this island.
Then where did you come from?
That's what I want to show you.
Ben Workman.
Damn, when he said patient, he meant fucking patient. Jeez, he's like 40.
I think he's supposed to be like 20 or 30.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you really think it's my fault that she died?
What do I know? If it makes you feel any better, I will do my best to remember your birthday next year.
You know, I've missed her too. Maybe as much as you have. But the difference is that for as long as I can remember, I've had to put up with you. And doing that required a tremendous amount of patience. Goodbye, Dad.
Damn. Killed his own dad. I mean, does he still need his gas?
Guess it wasn't just his dad.
So the natives took out the Dharma initiative, but we don't know if they were actually native. So they were there before the Dharma initiative, maybe. And apparently Richard was one of them, or whoever the fuck that is.
You want us to, go get his body?
Nah.
No, leave him out there.
Hurley will find him.
I know, in like 20 years.
It's like 20 years, yeah.
It's all of them.
This is where I came from, John. The Dharma Initiative. They came here seeking harmony. But they couldn't even coexist with the island's original inhabitants. when it became clear that one side had to go. I was one of the people that was smart enough to make sure that I didn't end up in that ditch. Which makes me considerably smarter than you, John.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Why did you do this?
Because you heard him. Now I need to know what he said.
Help me.
John, I'm not going to ask you again.
He said, help me.
John, no. Why would you do this?
Well, I certainly hope he helps you, John.
Jacob needs help? From Ben, probably? Because Ben's a fucking sociopath?
That's how the episode ends.
Why would they do this? I hate this show. No one's safe.
So the last few episodes have all been real bangers. And I do think this continues the trend.
I don't like it, Jesse. I don't like it.
That was The Man Behind the Curtain. What'd you think?
I hope Locke doesn't die. I mean, he's probably gonna die, but... I just like Locke as a character.
I know, he's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Even when I didn't like him, I was like, oh, cool, it's a Locke episode.
Yeah.
At this point in the show, I liked him again. The Brig kind of helped me like... Or the season 3 in general.
Yeah.
Locke has done a lot of cool stuff. Also a lot of dumb stuff, like blowing up the sub, which I didn't like. But then he disappeared for a while, and then like just the handful of episodes he's been in since then, have just been like...
John's kind of...
won me over
He's
again.
he's like chaotic neutral. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So this is
that's
a
more
Ben episode,
Mhm.
which we haven't had yet. Not only that, it's a flashback that's mostly a different actor.
Yeah, the kid.
Ben's not in the flashbacks, only in the last one. When he's playing like 20 years younger or whatever. Which is interesting. We've never seen someone's childhood entirely be the flashback. And we got to see Dharma when it was still Dharma. And we learned a little bit about what happened.
So he's like, he joined the natives.
The hostiles, Dharma called them.
Well, yeah, I mean, because you're going to call natives hostiles because you're trying to take over, like, I mean... Okay.
Do you know what that word means? He's like being like, whoa, you okay? What's going on? You're hostile. Like, no.
It's like, technically, you were the hostile because you came here and we were already here. Like,
I mean, yeah, they're like a bunch of science hippies. And then they went to war with the natives. Like, with the guns and the explosions. And it's like... Yeah, they want world peace, harmony, man. Oh, these natives are getting in our way. We better exterminate them.
yeah, right? It's like, but they
peace
want
and
world...
love.
I know, right? How ironic.
But yeah, like we were saying, Ben was a very smart kid. We don't know when he figured out... I don't know, he didn't like Dharma. There was one person, or two people he liked. Annie and Horace. But his dad was super abusive. And he just didn't like it. But he saw his mom.
We still don't know if he ever got to see her again, too.
Yeah. But Jack saw his dad, Echo saw his brother, and now we know Ben has seen his mom.
Yeah, you made a good point about, like, at least Echo's brother and Jack's dad, their remains were still on the island.
Yeah.
But the mom, Emily, wasn't at all on the island. Well, that we know of, I guess. But she died in childbirth, so... It's
possible the dad has ashes or something, but we didn't see that.
Yeah.
So we can't say that's what it is.
There's a lot of mysteries in this episode, though.
Because Richard asked, did she die here on the island, specifically?
Yeah, and he's like,
he said no.
That's true, he said no.
No, she died when I was a baby. And then Richard was like, huh. Like, he believed him.
Yeah, but he's just like, that's interesting.
But also, he hasn't aged in like 30, 40 years.
We don't know it's Richard. Could be a twin. We don't know.
A twin who's older?
The island has rules.
That's not how twins work.
I know. It could be like a grandfather
I guess.
That looks... You know how, like, sometimes, like, looks skip a generation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know.
A generation. How old do you think Richard, the actor, is? He's like...
30s?
Yeah, like his 30s. So, his dad would also be in his 30s at that point in time. You think it's just 30... whatever.
Ben is, like, in his 40s. Probably.
I believe Jack confirmed
right now,
that.
Yeah.
Because he said the x-rays belong to a 40-year-old man, a man in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how old he is now. And when he had glasses and a little more hair, he was supposed to be like in his 20s.
Probably, yeah.
20s or 30s. They're a little vague on when this happened exactly. But we know he was a little kid when he first came to the island. We saw them come on the sub. They say namaste. They give you the lei. You go through registration. They had a little video with that same scientist who uses a different name a lot. There's Dr. Candlewax, and he had a different name the first time he showed up. Candle something.
I forget.
But anyway, Marvin Candle, I think it was. And yeah, his dad was a janitor. Because he wasn't a scientist. He was a drunk. But he knew Horace. Horace was there when Ben was born. I guess they became friends after that. Yeah. And we know what happened to Dharma. The others gassed him.
Or well, yeah, I guess they are technically the others, huh?
It's the same group.
Yeah.
Our survivors call them others. Dharma call them hostiles. We don't know what they call themselves.
Yeah, but we know they're the natives. But then...
Well, they don't know that. Horace was like, we actually don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
We assume they're natives. And Ben says they are the original inhabitants of the island.
Yeah.
So
like, yeah, we actually technically don't know if they actually were, or if it was like a similar situation where like they came to the island and they wiped out the natives, if there were natives, or they just happened to crash on the island or whatever.
Because they're multicultural. You know, they're not the same race. There are all kinds of different races.
Yeah.
So it's like they can't be from here.
also, like the fact that they get like people from outside.
Yeah. Ben confirmed a majority of the others we've seen were recruited.
Yeah.
Specifically on Ben's orders. He chose the people.
Like, are they really like native? Like, they're not. Like,
some of them are. We don't know who exactly is. Like, we know Alex was born on the island and has been here her whole life. Ben has been here since he was a kid. That's most of his life. But actually, and then there's Richard.
We don't know anything.
We don't know when he came to the island or what his deal is, but he's been there longer than Ben. We know Juliet was recruited. We know Mikhail was recruited because he's Russian.
Mm-hmm.
But like Tom, we don't really know where he comes from. Pickett, Ms. Clue, who are they're all dead now, but
I think they were also recruited.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Most likely. So yeah, we don't know who was and isn't from the island, but like a very slim portion of them are from the island.
Yeah. But even technically Ben isn't, so...
I know.
Because he came there when he was probably like 10.
Yeah, he says, I'm from the Dharma Initiative.
Yeah.
That's where I come from. But I joined the others at a young age. Technically. Yeah.
You know, the victors tell history, so we don't know.
That's true, too. We don't know... Well, we can assume what we saw in the flashback is real.
Well, yeah.
But other than that, we can't really take Ben's word for anything.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, when they were driving up to the spot to have beers, the song playing was the song from the Hurley episode.
Oh.
When he starts the car, it's the song he was listening to when his dad left him.
Mm-hmm.
It was also playing on the van when they finally started the car. And that's the song they were listening to when they parked.
Wow, that's good continuity, though.
I know they kept track of what song was playing, but it's also, I mean, Lost could be called Daddy Issues Island as well.
Everyone on the island has daddy issues.
Ben definitely had daddy issues.
Oh, yeah.
Rewatching the Hurley episode, it's interesting. There is a cut between like Hurley facing his dad, and it cuts to Hurley facing Roger Workman in the car. And I wonder, like, is there like a connection here? Because Hurley's dad wasn't abusive; he just left. Ben's dad stuck around, I guess. Might have been better off if he didn't, but he did. I don't know. What do you make of? We just got off of the worst father on Lost. What do you think Ben's dad is?
I mean, he's definitely. I mean, it's hard because like I don't know what happened in between. Like it's very vague. I don't know if he was like, verbally abusive that whole time, in terms of like, telling his son consistently. Like I don't.
We know he was on his birthday.
Yeah.
When he's reminded that, oh, this is the day you killed your mom.
So that's why it's hard.
It's coming out.
Because like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he's like that. All the time. Like he's
Sure.
he's an alcoholic. Like all the time. I mean, they kind of allude to it, I guess. But like, I don't know if he's like that all the time, 24/7, and I don't know if he's like verbally abusive towards
Ben
them.
hints at it, but again, Ben's not an accurate.
So it's hard to
narrator
say,
on that.
It's hard to say just from like that one incident.
You get some sense of remorse from the father in the last scene where it's like, I know I've sucked at this, but maybe we can bond more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Like obviously he wasn't the best dad, and
yeah, because he created Ben.
Well, yeah, maybe a little bit.
I mean, the Ben was so into the others because his home life was so terrible.
Mm-hmm.
He was so fascinated in finding his mom because one, she was dead and he saw her, but two, it wasn't his dad. It was his mom, who he never got to meet.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. But that is, I mean, you can see how Ben was testing his pet rabbit on the fence, that his priorities.
I was like,
even at that age.
You literally just like slept with this pet rabbit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'm going to kill it, or like potentially kill it. Like, what? That's telling.
Yeah. Mysteries. I wrote Richard.
Yeah. The black like ash dust thing. That circle.
That's a good one. Ash circle.
We don't know if it was
because usually it's salt.
We don't know if it was ash, but yeah.
It looked like ash.
It did, but
but typically you put like ash circles to keep out dark forces or whatever. Or
I thought that was salt.
Yeah, but they used ash,
yeah.
So that's interesting. Or something resembling ash. What happened to Annie? We don't know. Potentially she also joined the others, or potentially she died. Or they moved away. The present she gave Ben was saying that now we never had to be apart. Could be because she was leaving the island.
And then I guess
Jacob. I mean, I already wrote Jacob down as a mystery.
He kind of still is a little.
I know, but do I need to no. What happened in the cabin?
No, it's okay.
What do you think that was at the cabin?
Shadow monster.
You think it's the smoke monster, shadow monster?
It could be, but then again, like people can see it.
Yeah,
that's true.
We did see a man in the chair very briefly. Like the camera pans over, sees Ben getting thrown against the wall, and when it cuts back, there's a man sitting in the chair, and it cuts away real quick.
Oh, I didn't see it.
That man was a guy who works on the set. He's not an actor. He was just a generic-looking guy that they put in shadow and sat in the chair. Because like they didn't cast someone to be Jacob yet. Jacob, he heard him say, help me.
Yeah.
But Ben didn't hear it.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
Because he was talking with Jacob.
Yeah.
So, like, why didn't he hear
that
one?
And he got real freaked out when Locke heard it. Like, he brought Locke there knowing he wasn't going to see anything. Probably as another chance to embarrass him or something. But then he heard him. Heard him say, help me. So why does Jacob need help?
Exactly. He needs help from Ben.
Is Ben like somehow not controlling Jacob, but took over from Jacob?
Probably at this point.
He said Jacob healed Juliet's sister himself. He assured me he would do it himself. And she was cured of her cancer. So something happened. But what? I don't know. Yeah. And that happened after the crash. Right? No. It was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. No.
You're right. I got that mixed up. It's when, after the crash is when Juliet got proof that she was cured. Because Richard had brought a camera. He had a newspaper today's date, and there she is with her son that she named after you, and that's all you get. It's like, all right, Richard, come back to the island. We're going to need you. Yeah.
I want to know more.
Yeah.
Next episode.
All right, yeah.
Locke.
Yeah.
Such a bummer. I fucking hate this series.
Locke got shot. And is now in a ditch. A mass grave.
I know. That's hella dark.
Yeah. Well, next up is not the finale. No. But I count it as part 1 of 3 of the finale. Because it goes right into it. It's just the flashbacks are disconnected from this episode and the two-parter.
Okay.
So it's technically not the finale, but it totally is. So, if you want to start watching the finale now, check us out on Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon.com/AwkwardMafia. It's where it's at least a week ahead.
Yes. So you can watch part 1 of part 3. Right, part 1 of 3.
Part 0, really. But yeah, the beginning of the finale, in my opinion, starts next week. All right. Join us then, everybody. Bye.